Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video we're diving back into PKA level 100 plus with two different variations of the team that I put out yesterday, utilizing V3 Bonnie this time. Obviously with the super evolution of 6 plus V1 Bonnie floating around, a lot of the focus has been tailored into that original unit, but in today's video we're focusing on V3 Bonnie as a friend captain. So that's the team, those are the supports. Let's dive on in. Now, V3 Bonnie is honestly one of those characters that kind of just flies under the radar as a very, very powerful unit that doesn't really get the focal point of attention. She buffs int and psi-based characters, so she actually works really, really well for this particular piece of content because they really want you to use int-based units. Now, we are using Uta as our captain once again. Unfortunately, your captains aren't interchangeable with this particular team because we are using the 6 plus of Bonnie on the team. She's just very, very good for the final stage. And this particular team that you guys are seeing first is more of the kind of free-to-play friendly, less investment kind of team. This team doesn't require a level limit rate 5 Bonnie. It will work better if you do have one. However, this particular variation literally just relies on just having the 6 plus of V1 Bonnie. And that's mainly because on the final stage, you are going to utilize her for the color affinity buff, but she also gives you a chain lock, which actually can be detrimental to the team. So on this particular team, we're utilizing the Usopp support to take care of the unfavorable orbs on stage 2. Sorry, on stage 3, we have the support of Shiryu to get around the, what's it called? The poison, and then we're utilizing the free-to-play Komurasaki to get around both the attack down and the threshold that could be applied on stage 3. On stage 4, come up against Jesus Burgess, he's going to bind your middle row for 6 turns after sockets and give you paralysis and special reverse, which you don't have to worry about thanks to Uta. We're going to use the 5 plus of Kobe, the free-to-play character, and the support of the 5 plus Bluno, Beppo, and Sunny-kun unit to give us some damage reduction, bind removal, and a chain buff as well. We're going to pop our Uta special here, use her super class, and that way we can actually easily kill very nicely here. As you guys saw from the previous turn, I saved 3 recovery orbs, and as you guys are noticing, as we're making our way through the runs, we're not actually utilizing a bunch of recovery orbs. As you guys can see there, we only just break the 3.75 with that 1.3 buff from Kobe. So, as you guys are noticing, we're not eating that many recovery orbs. So, unfortunately, we're only going to have Bonnie's level 1 special in terms of the chain lock, not the chain boundary. And that's why this team actually works if you guys don't have level limit break 5, because you'll be stuck with a 3.25 chain lock no matter what. But on the final stage, you have to deal with 6 turns of damage reduction, 6 turns of threshold, 6 turns of attack down. You can also, there's an intimidation for a chain boost, chain multiplier, all of that fun stuff. So again, that's why Bonnie's so good, because she's 2 turns, all this sort of stuff. But utilizing our friend captain Bonnie, she can rotate the block orbs. You can't use her special to do this, so utilizing a super type is the way to go. So utilizing her super type, rotates the block orbs. We can use her special to apply resistance down, additional damage, and she can apply a weakening effect, which is a conditional for the weakening and increased damage taken, which is really, really nice. She locks the recovery orbs for the revive, and she basically just covers you for everything. As you guys are noticing here, we are tapping through the attack down when below a 3.75 times chain lock, and we managed to actually kill Blackbeard very nicely. But if that attack down is not more value than what the color affinity actually is, you can always save the V1 6 plus Bonnie for the revive and then just use that for more damage on that particular stage. Unfortunately, the intimidation affects base stats and color affinity, so you can't really bring another way to get around that. But with Rob and Jinbei, you can just take care of all those debuffs on the final stage, and the rest of your units are built for damage. So that was more of the free-to-play, buildable, whatever you want to call it team. Uses a lot less illustrious characters and obviously has free-to-play units as subs, but if you guys have a little bit more at your disposal, you can do something like this. So this is the team, that's the supports. Let's dive on in. So the notable changes for this team is we are using Carrot and Nami instead of Kobe for the bind removal on turn 4, and we're utilizing the treasure map Hina as our attack down and our threshold remover. We're also using the chopper support on Carrot and Nami. That's very, very important to give us some recovery orbs. Plus, we have the Mr. 3 support on Bonnie just for some damage reduction, making the team operate a little bit smoother and not have to worry about super swaps and all that fun stuff. Because remember, all type orbs will be unfavorable, which is very, very annoying. Now, with this team, you want to eat at least 8 recovery orbs, and that'll allow you to get a chain boundary with your level limit break 5 Bonnie. With the level limit break 5 Bonnie, she is a 3.25 chain boundary, maxing it 25 times, and that way you don't have to worry about a chain lock. If you guys don't have level limit break 5 Bonnie, just save her special for the revive. Do not use it on turn 1 like you saw before, because like I said, with Kobe, you are going to be getting above that chain. With this team, it does really rely on having the level limit break 5 of Bonnie. And that's what I mean by a little bit more at your disposal. On turn 3, you come up against Doc Q. You can use Hina to actually get around the threshold and the attack down. You can also use Treasure Map Hyoguru, which is very, very nice. And if you guys have Dr. Vegapunk Stellar form, you can actually use the support of Dr. Vegapunk for 1 turn of bind removal. So that way you can just bring Hina or Hyoguru on that previous team that you saw over Komurasaki. Komurasaki is there because we had the Raizo support. But on turn 4, this is where we have to deal with the bind on our middle row. Carrot and Wanda are Carrot and Nami are just going to take care of this easy peasy. We're going to use our Uta special once again to get an attack and an orb boost. She will then carry that into the final stage without triggering the interrupt. And she also takes care of the paralysis and the special reverse on this particular stage and the last stage too. But utilizing Carrot and Nami here does have a little bit of a problem, because when you use any chain boundary special, there is an interrupt from Burgess that gives you an 80% HP cut, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's around 80%. So you are going to lose a lot of HP here. However, don't stress. We have the super class of Uta. That is going to heal us back up just a little bit. And remember, with Chopper, you give yourself 3 recovery orbs to heal on this particular stage. Now, some characters have pinch healing as well, so you can definitely use that to your advantage, as you guys will see here. And if you hit perfects with Bonnie, you actually still heal, which works very nicely. And as you can see, like, by the time we get around to tapping with Bonnie, like, the damage is done. But just like you saw in the previous turn, make sure you guys are eating recovery orbs, because you do need to take at least 8 to get that chain boundary on the final stage. On the final stage, Rob and Jimbei are going to take care of the damage reduction, the threshold, the attack down, and the special reverse. Not that it matters, because Uta can take care of that herself. But the limit break ability of Rob and Jimbei also takes care of the ship bind, which is really, really nice. Utilizing the super type, once again, of Bonnie gives us recovery orbs. Her special is going to lock those recovery orbs, and then she also applies increased damage taken, resistance down, and a weakening effect with a condition against that. Bonnie provides so much extra damage, on top of the fact that she has utility, removing bind and paralysis too. Not that we're using her for that in this particular piece of content, but the amount of damage output you can get if the enemy doesn't have immunity to weakness is kind of crazy. And I think that as a captain, she gives weakness through full immunity. If they don't have immunity to increased damage taken, Bonnie just can provide you so much damage. And sure, all of these cerebral characters with their double stacking abilities and all this craziness is very, very strong. But what Bonnie's doing with this increased damage taken and weakening effect, very similar to what like Dofi and Sugar's doing, is so much extra damage, man. It's just absolutely insane. Because she's not cerebral though, she's not getting the attack and orb buff, but that's okay, because we need to hit with her first to apply the weakening effect and allow all our other units to go absolutely insane. This team should, and I'm very confident saying this, will beat level 150 fairly easily, because it has so much goddamn damage. But that's going to wrap up the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to go down there, belt the like button for me, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.